Hello everybody, it's Leela.
And Beau.
Welcome back to my channel.
Hello. It's a gray afternoon, rainy. I don't feel good.
Yeah, Beau's been sick this week with Miss Rona.
I have? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Ah, shoot.
I haven't got it yet, but anyway, energy is low.
No, energy's fine. It's just
but
the depression has settled in.
Okay. But before we begin, thanks for
You had to put
on
this
our video.
picture of Gaku. What the heck?
Thanks for clicking on our video. We wanted to make this to close the loop on this podcast that we've been doing.
This time loop. We've got to close this and get on to the next one.
Yeah. So this is our finale.
Why do we keep doing this?
Reaction and review to and audition. If you like this sort of thing, you want us to do more of these, and you want to listen to me suffer, please let me know.
I don't know. I think
subscribe.
we're what's the word? Masochists?
Something. Okay. So last night at 2 a.m. was the finale for and audition. It was live on TV, on YouTube.
Yeah. We weren't sleeping anyway, so
we got up in the middle of the night, half tired, half sick. And watched it, and I didn't film a reaction, but I recorded our audio reaction, so I will edit that in now. Edit, it'd be the key word here, because there was a lot of foul language. Warning you now.
Don't let your mom hear this.
That I'm going to try my best to get it in there.
I didn't curse.
It was my first reaction, as it was happening to the lineup of it was. Please be warned.
Just bleep it. It's always funny when it's bleeped.
You know, it's embarrassing, but I'll do my best to make it.
Hey, it was a bit much. I mean, the program was, not your cursing. That's fine. I love cursing.
Yeah. Okay. I'll edit that in here now.
Final countdown. Oh, sorry, you're editing this in.
Oh, we're doing this. The first person is Joe. Yeah, we been new. We been new. Wait, is he? They said number one. Is that first person or ranked number one? That's it. That's it.
No, I can see now how what's his name was sorry about being city now, because the producers will be making their votes on that performance.
And not really.
They're already getting to it in less than an hour.
Oh my god. Yeah, okay. Oh god. Are they gonna do it quick? You gonna pull off the Band-Aid?
There's 4 or 5 more.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. They're not doing it in like a rank order. Wait.
The trend.
Oh god. Oh, this is looking good for my faves. Harua. Also not one of my picks, but okay. I kind of knew he was very popular.
It's shitty to be over there on the winning side and you're having
oh god. Oh god, that doesn't bode well for my picks. The ones that I didn't pick. But I kind of knew it. Like I said early, the 2 of them were in because I just had a feeling. I just had a feeling about both of them.
They haven't even talked to him yet.
Wow,
they're going through it fast, man. This is good. I did this series.
I swear on God. I swear on God.
I don't know. What really? There's 5 more left.
Don't do this to me. Don't. Maki! Yay! No, I did not know that. Yay! I'm so glad, Maki. Oh my God. You're telling me Maki before Gaku? Don't start. Don't even. Oh God.
The order doesn't mean.
Oh God, I'm stressed. Oh.
Well, Maki was good.
Oh, I love Maki. Oh, Maki and Taki together.
Maki was One of the best ones, period. Ever.
Oh, I'm so good. Oh. Oh no.
Calm down, boys. Keep it together. 2 to go.
Oh, I'm so stressed.
There was 5, 4 over there.
Oh God, I'm so stressed. This is going so fast.
Yeah, this is not good for me either. I don't think. I'm still pulling for Fuma.
At least Gaku.
The Gaku.
Oh my God! Oh my. Okay. Okay. Yuma. Yeah.
It was nowhere on my list.
And then Gaku last. Gaku last. There's no way it's not Gaku last. There's absolutely no way. Oh, I'm so glad. Oh. Oh, is that his? Oh.
That's his family.
Maybe? Oh.
Really big fan.
Oh.
Happy fan.
So good. I'm
That's
so
good,
glad. There's no world in which it's not Gaku. But that means Hikaru didn't make it? Oh my God. Stress.
He's not. He's
Stress.
But I think Gaku.
Stress. Gaku is. Don't make it. Oh God. Don't make it. Don't do this to me.
Told you after this commercial.
Oh. This
Gaku.
is.
Come on, Gaku. I'm pulling for Fuma still, but I don't think I always pull for the dark horse. But
There's no way. There's no world in which it isn't Gaku.
I think it's Gaku.
What the? What the?
Fuck yes.
What? Hold on. No, Gaku?
Gaku.
You're kidding. I can't believe this happened to me
They
again.
have 4 members who share the same.
Again.
name,
I'm
except for-
cursed. I'm cursed. There's no way. I literally can't function.
Oh, it's behind. The translation's behind. Fuck yeah, I can be into the group now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's gonna be leader.
I'm
He's
devastated.
gonna be leader.
I'm devastated.
I thought they were gonna go for more like Gaku, a little more youngerish.
Yeah, I knew they were going to be called Antine. There's no way. He got all the screen time. He did so well. What is? Am I cursed?
Here's
All of my one picks have never made it into the groups.
thought process-
I'm cursed.
My thought process is the producers might have thought Gaku can go out for another one of these programs. Fuma's getting a little older, and he's got that leadership quality. I think they want him to be a leader. This is what I wanted for Bora. I think he would make.
Well, what about the votes?
I don't know that he was that
I
popular.
can't. How was he not popular? Everyone loves Gaku.
No, what I'm saying is I don't think Fuma was as popular as Gaku with voters, but I think the producers pull more weight, and I think they want. This is what I would think. I don't know if they thought this, but also Fuma has multiple talents. He speaks 2 languages. He's a leader type. He's a little older. He's a big brother type. I think he'll do really well. That's why I was wanting him in there. But it's never worked out for me in like 3, 4 groups.
Not at the expense of Gaku. Like, I don't think it was between Fuma. I love Fuma.
You can't have 2 people. You already had Maki. You can't pick more.
That's not fair, but Gaku was my one pick.
Well, you're right, but you said a backup was Maki. And now
My
you have to be
one
happy.
pick.
If I didn't have Fuma, I would have gone with probably Gaku. That's my one pick.
Okay.
That was good.
Whatever. Okay, so that was me going through the 7 stages of grief.
7 stages of grief.
Is it 7 stages?
12
What are the stages
12?
of grief?
No, that's 12 steps like alcoholism.
What are the stages of grief?
It's like acceptance, denial, anger,
Grief.
punching somebody.
So there's the stages of grief. There's 5 of them.
5 stages? I swear there was like 7.
First, denial.
Denial, right?
There's no way this just happened. I did not just watch this.
Yeah.
This did not occur. 2, anger.
Yeah.
I'm so mad that this just happened. What just happened?
Well, you typically go, what the
3,
H? And you're like, no bullshit that happened.
3, bargaining. No, but what if? No,
yeah.
he'll be in a new group. It'll be
It'll be
okay.
okay. We're fine. We're
It'll
fine.
be okay.
We're fine, aren't we?
Sadness. I can't believe this just happened. I'm so sad. And the
And the
final
acceptance
was me saying whatever. And
Yeah, but
clicking okay.
they always add that acceptance at the end. I always like that, as though it's equal amount. Acceptance is like 12 years later, you know.
Right. So this is the final lineup as we have it for
Final
and
countdown.
team. I knew they were going to be called and team. I don't even know what to say. I'm really lost right now.
Let's say this: the very first truth is that I didn't think Fuma was going to make it in. I'm sure you didn't either. Really.
This is not a lineup either of us would have predicted.
No, not at all. At all. No, a couple people maybe.
The full lineup. The full lineup.
Yeah, no way in hell.
No way.
Joe and Hira. And I don't mean, if you're their fans, it's fine. But this is just my honest opinion. I don't remember anything about them except for Joe crying. Was he the one crying a bunch at the end? He got yelled a bunch at the first.
Yeah, I don't really remember them. They didn't stand out.
The problem is that you either need in a K-pop world, on a K-pop reality show, you need personality or ability or both. Or screen time. One of those things, and I don't remember much about Joe except for crying and Hiro. I honestly don't, and this is not a knock at them. It's just, I could not, Yuma I only remember because he has a good voice, Fuma because he's my boy, and Maki because he's just an all-around, he's like the Mario of the group. He can do a little bit of everything.
I don't, Harua never stood out to me.
I couldn't tell you what his specialty is. Is he a singer?
I don't know. But I said early that Harua he was very popular, getting a lot of fan cam views. Yeah. I know that Joe came from another competition show, so he had a built-in fan base.
That's right.
Harua, I don't know if he also did.
I remember you saying something.
But he had a lot of fan cam views from the start. He was really popular from the start. I'm not sure. Yeah, so there was that.
The thing is Harua and Joe fans are probably the same about the others, but you have to admit there's certain people on this group, Maki especially, Yuma for his voice, that did more, I think, at least from what we saw. So it's hard. That's the problem with these shows. You have to vote on what you see. So that's why I think it's good that the producers they're there. But Fuma I didn't see coming, but this happened to me with Kepler. I have a fantasy group I build, and as it goes down and they knock people off, or whatever, I start to build different fantasy, but usually there's 2 or 3 core people, and when one of my ultimate doesn't make it, I don't lose interest in the group, but I definitely just kind of go, I'll see what happens and I'll see him later, but I don't get excited for, let's go, that kind of thing. And Fuma was a fantasy group pick. He was not. I wanted him to make it, but I didn't think he was going to make it.
I am really, really happy for Fuma. My initial reaction didn't sound that way. Sorry.
I think I moaned at some person.
But I am really, really, really happy for Fuma and that he's in the group. That's awesome. He's going to be amazing. I said that he grew on me as the show went on. He has strong leader potential. He's just I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy.
My ultimate leader was always, probably because she was probably other than RM was probably my first. And RM's a good example too. Is you want somebody who does walk into the room and reads as an adult, who not physically but just feels like an adult when they speak, how they carry themselves. Umbi from Eyes One gave me those vibes. Although she was very silly a lot of times, but she was keeping track. These other people get co-leaders. She was keeping track of 11 kids. It was great. But you know what I mean? And he gives me leadership vibes. Even if he's not the leader and Kay is, which I think Kay is great as well.
I always thought that Kay would be the leader, but now I think Fuma should be leader and Kay main dancer. So Kay
be the main heartthrob. He's going to be busy being a heartthrob.
Face of the group.
You can't be the leader and be the main heartthrob.
I think that Fuma is the diplomatic leader of the team.
And he speaks
that Kay is
languages.
The specialist. Fuma seems to be really good at Korean and clearly in Japanese. Obviously.
I mean, they could do a co-leadership thing. I
think that Fuma would be great.
You know what I always I want to see happen too. What I am excited about a new group, but I don't know if they're going to do it because groups haven't done it in a long time. Is again, I always go back to Eyes One. If you watch the early stages of Eyes One, how they got to see them pick the leader and pick the and form and become closer. That was so because to me it reminds me of young people picking their way through the world. It's cool. So I hope they do that.
I'm clearly like, aside from my bias actually being Kay, like I didn't come into the show thinking
wait a second.
I was gonna like
group.
any new member more than I like Kay. Kay is like old level. Like I walked in this show happy and excited about this because of him only. But now I'm like, Maki is my boy now. Like,
it's funny,
I adore this kid. He is so precious and so like good at everything. And he's going to be our English speaker for interviews and stuff.
I think so, yeah.
And like, he is a precious, like, I love Maki. I'm so happy for Maki.
He's different looking.
Thankful.
He's different looking. He's like a little jock kid.
Thankful.
He reminds me of.
I love it.
Well, I don't want to say your boy from Treasure, but he reminds me of in the way that he's just an all-rounder. He can do whatever. He can probably cook too, or something.
I don't know.
So I'm excited to see that.
I'm super happy about Maki.
But go ahead.
Anything else on Maki or?
No, I thought he was a shoo-in, but we're going to talk about the votes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about the votes.
I just wanted to talk about each person. And Yuma is like
great voice.
A role that needed to be in the group. They need a main vocal. It's him. So like it makes sense that he's there. I'm happy that he's there. I'm happy for Yuma. I said in my last thing that like my top 5 switched around and added him in because of how impressed I've been with his vocals lately.
He had a good personality and stuff.
So
bright.
Yuma, super happy for Yuma. Super happy. Just absolutely devastated about Gaku. Like he was just so charming and cute. And good at everything. He was complimented every single episode. He was like the main character of the show. He hard carried this show.
And he was a bit weird in a
good
way.
A bit of a goofball. Love that.
That's what you want.
Like Gaku was the main character of this show.
You don't want a group full of Gakus.
Literally, the fact that this happened, I feel like it's like deja vu with Kay and Island again. Like Kay was like the main character of that show almost, and like. Complimented all the time and just didn't make it into the group. Like,
theory time.
What is going on?
Conspiracy theory time. They held back Kay, super popular, people loved him, handsome guy in the world, and they're held him back for this new group. They're holding back Gaku, super popular, cutie patootie.
That's what some people are saying, but
they're gonna keep
we had to wait 2 years for Kay.
Well, there's got to be a term for like a seed person they're going to keep for the next group. Like, we'll keep you on the label, don't worry.
I don't know what to think about it. I don't know what to say. Like,
I mean, there's a worse fate in the world than to be,
They can like the thing that happens with stuff like that, and that he doesn't make it into this group, is that like he could like fall off the face of the planet and we'll never hear from him again.
He could, but
and that makes me really sad because that's what happens. Like, you know what I mean? Like he has so much potential. And he could just fall off the planet and like never.
I hate that.
Or he could go and debut in another group, like a lot of the other members that were on Island that didn't make it into the main group.
Or they debut,
and that's cool. But they go off into some new group whose songs I don't like, and then it's like this person that I really loved, like they're not in a group that I'm a fan of just because I don't like their songs or whatever. Like that kind of stuff bothers me. But
but I think for me, it's all I always remember that. These are young people who are going through a job basically at this age.
It's not the end for him, certainly. It's just it takes a really long time for things to move forward. Like unless there's a very special circumstance, like with Sean and Billy. Like she had something waiting for her, so we got to see more from her right away.
Right away, yeah.
Like
her fans
that just doesn't happen.
Her fans are really
for the most part, right?
Yeah.
So
I've seen fans of her just flip out.
And Hayate. Like, I think I made my peace with him a while back. Like, I adore him. I think he's beautiful. I think he's, like, the cutest thing. I think he's clever and funny and, like, the greatest. I think his skill level was just not there. So, like, I made my peace with Hayate.
I didn't quite understand him, but I guess it was a skill level thing. But I didn't quite understand him.
I think he struggled with the skill level. I think he was pretty new at his stuff, was from my impression. So, I kind of, like, I'm sad about that, but I had made my peace with that for a while. Everyone else... Like Hikaru, I think we had made our peace. Like he was an awkward turtle,
charming guy, but you can't be so charming.
This is probably not his moment. It doesn't mean he could not have his moment. He can have his moment, but it's just not now.
It's cool though.
And the Korean members, they're gonna be fine. They're gonna go off and they're gonna be fine.
Yeah, like
they're gonna be in.
I was telling Leela,
they're gonna get picked up. 100%.
I was telling Leela, well, the reason I was really pushing so hard for Min Young too is I thought he was older than just he's what 14
he's the
or 15.
baby. He's like.
I thought he was just an older guy who was like a tiny dude.
Him and Yejun are 14
and I thought,
years old.
oh, this guy is freaking awesome.
Why'd you think that?
Because he's very. I know, but he's very mature.
Like
He carries himself. I think he's a cool little charming kid. But I'm happy with the lineup, but I'm not really a high labels guy. I don't really enjoy a lot of their stuff. I don't disenjoy it. I just don't really. It's not my vibe. But I do like what they do with their new young groups. I liked what they did with TXT early on, especially with that was really fresh and really good pop music. That first song they came out with the school, that was so good. And I like what they did with Enhypen, especially later with the high notes, chorus parts and
they
stuff.
just have Enhypen just have
really
excellent
good
songs.
stuff. So I'm excited to see what they do. But we have to see them fight Enhypen first to see what we really think.
And I think the way that these members will mix in with the members that are there is cool. I mean, EJ is now our only Korean member, which is kind of like what I wanted anyway, to be honest. I know that Kay and Joe are really close. They seem to, like, Kay always kind of latched on to Joe, so they're friends. So maybe they'll bring him out of his shell and we'll learn more about, you know, like, I can't be mad at him. You know, it's kind of like with, you know, Hikaru and Bae. You know, we didn't know Bae. We just didn't have any really opinion on her because we didn't see anything from her. But now she's in the group and the two of them are friends. You can't be mad at her. She's besties with our bias, you know.
And she's
like,
improving
and
a lot.
she's doing it like, and she's come out of her shell. So I've learned that, like, just because my first impression isn't like great, it doesn't mean that over time I won't adore all the members.
Well, another thing is too people have to remember about idols.
I'm just hurt.
I know,
I'm just hurt.
But people have to remember about idols and creating idol groups is you're not picking the most talented people in the world off the street. A lot of them are diamonds in the rough, or even just rough in the rough. And over time, the what I always liked about it is I get to see people change, and it's kind of fun. Yeah. And I remember being that age and being like, so
when are they going to debut?
Some of these people are not as talented as others.
Tell me the date. What's the album? I'm trying to decide if I collect K or Maki. I don't know.
I hope they do.
Part of me is like wanting to collect Maki.
Yeah, I hope they do that kind of youthful pop kind of thing. Not cute though. I'm not a.
There were like 3 song performances on the show. I just don't really care.
They were good.
They were all good songs. I think there were songs that'll be on their debut album. They were all good. Love it, but I just have nothing else to say about it really.
Yeah.
So this was the actual points.
Are they going to be able to read that?
I think so. Okay. If you put it on a larger screen. So it was really interesting that they were very transparent with us because I was like, how could this happen? How is this ranking? I don't get it. And saw some things on Twitter and it was like, oh, they actually posted the full breakdown on the website, full transparency, where everyone's points came from, how the conclusion of this group came to be, which is really nice to see. There's no like
the only way to
vagary.
be more specific is to list the actual individual judges, which
so
I don't
that
think I don't think
Zico, you're on my hit list, buddy. Scooter Braun, hit list, buddy.
We don't know that.
Both of you.
We don't know
because the reason
there was the older guy too.
I don't know who that guy was. I don't even know your name, but I'm mad at you.
He's a famous producer.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding, everyone. Don't harass anybody.
Don't go find their Twitter or something.
But, like, the point difference between Fuma and Gaku was, like, 10-point difference. Like,
Fuma above Gaku.
Yeah.
From total, you mean?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
see. And most of that came from...
Most of Fuma's came from the judges.
From the special guest evaluator judges. So Zico, Scooter Braun...
Which to me is... and I'm not saying this about my boy, but...
And a couple points from the global votes. So the global popularity votes, the highest was Joe, and then Fuma second place in global fan voting.
This is blowing my mind.
Blowing my mind too.
Yeah, I didn't think it.
We totally underestimated his popularity. I think in Japan he's very popular.
Please don't take this the wrong way, but I don't know how or why. Like because he is so unassuming.
He's hella handsome.
Oh no, and he's a good-looking guy.
I think his hairstyle there for a while was not doing him any favors. But whenever they showed him with his hair like parted and a little bit longer,
I'm just
man
saying,
is hella handsome.
what I liked about him is that he was reliable and not flashy.
And he's really good.
He's not flashy in the whole,
So I love that for him. I had no idea.
And if you hear this, Fuma, I'm sorry, man, but I didn't mean it that way. I'm just saying that I thought he wasn't this popular.
We've said before, I just feel like there's like a style of idol that's like the high. They're very young.
Yeah.
And he doesn't necessarily fit that style, but I love that for him. So he was second. And third place in fan voting was Gaku. He was the third most popular for fans.
Yeah. Do they have a thing where they add up the entire thing?
Yeah.
Okay, who's the most popular overall, no matter what? Like, does it? You know what
Joe.
I mean? Joe.
This is in order. The order that they announced was the most points. So Joe had most points.
Votes
from
judges
and from the special evaluators gave Joe the most points.
But the regular judges didn't.
The regular producers, do you know the regular show producers, gave the most points to Yuma.
Yeah, Yuma is skilled though. He's got a good voice.
Maki, sorry.
He's good too.
The regular producers gave the most points to Maki.
That makes sense.
The regular producers carried Maki into this team.
He wasn't popular with the fans
because he wasn't getting fan votes. But which I love that for him. Well deserved. He's very good at what he does. And then Yuma, because they needed a main vocalist and they knew that. So good for that. But they're both Yuma and Maki's fan votes was very low.
I'm just saying there's a typical kind of, at least you think you get a pinpoint on what people think is typically society or whatever, or K-pop fans or whatever typically think is exciting to look at or something, and it changes sometimes or it varies. It's good to see that they're, because of course none of these kids are non-good looking. I don't really believe in that. I hate that when people talk about ugly people and stuff. It's horrible.
But so that's the difference, is that like Yuma and Maki are there because of the producers. Fuma, Joe carried by fan vote and special producer.
That's a trip, man. That's got to feel good to have some carrying from both, though.
So I appreciate this. Made me feel a little better today.
Well, I told you last night, but you didn't hear me on the recording. I said it's on the site.
I didn't. I was too busy.
Or he says it on the video.
It's good to see the transparency. I get it. I get how it works, and like.
So then,
and there was like a 1 point difference between the regular producer vote for Fuma and Gaku. They like the regular producers had like basically
Fuma just a bit more.
Yeah, Fuma just a bit more. The special guest gave him considerably more than Gaku, and then fan voting very close. Blah, blah. Yeah, it just
Gaku wasn't close fan voting to Fuma. He was way above Fuma, wasn't he?
No, Fuma was above him.
Fan voting went
Joe, Fuma, Gaku.
Jiminy Christmas! Yeah. I didn't vote once. I was feeling
bad.
I
voted about half of the time, maybe less.
I was going to. I'm like, man, I'm too old for this right now. My wife would be my vote.
I voted half the time for.
You know what it is? You know what it is?
So.
I don't know. That's just crazy. I guess maybe it's good to see that. You know, I think people sensed that. Maybe a lot of people thought the same that I do. Is they like him a lot, and they want somebody like him in the group. It's nice to have a dependable person in the group, and they thought maybe other people weren't going to vote for him as much.
Like such a,
because he's not as flashy. That's why I like him. He's the Captain America of the Avengers. But can we talk about for a second though, being that they did, because you were talking about how they did this and that was appreciated. This was easily the best. They just all need to do it this way, which is you do an hour episode or whatever it is.
It went by so fast.
Do it fast. Goodness. You don't need we don't need. I mean, we can go back and see their families and stuff. Fine, whatever. That stuff is cute, But just do it fast. The last show was only 2 hours. It could have easily been an hour and a half without minus and all that. Everybody's commercials and people ever saying they're boring stuff. Not boring, but I'm saying that kind of stuff drags out. But they did it. I thought they did this really, really well. I think they were so public about it, not because the law says from now on in Korea you have to do this, but they're just like, guys, we're not messing with all that. Yeah. And then the Island finale was pretty CFE, wasn't it? It was kind of crazy. So.
I think. I like this system with the producers having a vote. I don't like the special producer that comes in at the end and flips everything on its head.
Hang on a second.
I'm not a fan of that. The regular producers, I respect their opinions a lot. They worked with the kids the whole time. if they disagree with me, like that's fine. I
The
actually
special
respect
producers get more than the regular producers?
a little bit less, I think.
Okay, that's how it should
but
be.
more than fans. They got more than fans.
Special producers.
I
did.
think so. Yeah.
I think it should be that way too. But I think fans should have. If you have a guy who's if you have a guy that is that popular and he doesn't make it into the 5 people or what?
Yeah,
5, and he's the 3rd most popular in international votes. He should have squeaked in at 5 at least.
But then Fuma wouldn't have made it. And that's
I mean,
not good either.
I mean, I would have been cool with that. I would understand. I was in my brain not thinking that Fuma was not making it in. So I thought that last one was going to be Gaku, but it was Fuma or whoever the last one was.
Yeah,
I was like,
it was
oh, that's
Fuma.
cool.
Yeah.
I was like, that's cool, whatever. I mean, I was, of course, excited, but I was like, how did I know? I didn't see, but I wasn't quite sure that Gaku was that popular.
Of course he is.
I didn't know. I mean, I wasn't
He's a
looking
meme
at
factory.
I know,
Look
but-
at Twitter.
But
He's the only one anyone ever talks about from the show.
there's a lot.
He hard carried the whole show.
Anyway, I think what they did was they did a really good job. It was quick. It wasn't too cringy. They didn't do too many sad parts. We had some cute little stuff.
Yeah.
Combining it with the YouTube content, there was plenty to watch. It went fast. We didn't have to stretch this out over 4 months or something.
Yeah.
Excuse me. They got to the name quick. They didn't make a big deal out of it. They had a live audience.
Yeah.
It was done and done. You can't say, though, if the special producers had voted Gaku in, would you still be feeling that way?
I don't know. I'm just upset, but I'm in my acceptance phase.
Let's say
I just want to hear from him soon. I don't want it to be like Kay, where you like went offline for 2 years. Like he disappeared for like 2 years.
Well,
he
didn't disappear. He was with Hybe and stuff.
But like we didn't know what he was gonna do. Like I don't want Gaku to like disappear for like 2 years.
Well, he didn't.
Like,
he didn't die. He probably went to school and did what kids should be doing.
I know, but like I want to hear from him. I want him to debut.
But I guarantee you, he might have been under contract. He does a YouTube video. They were probably like, you're not tweeting. You're not.
I know when they're trainees, they can't do that.
But he was. As soon as Kay didn't make it on Island, they probably snagged him. And I bet you they do the same thing to Gaku.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And I bet you there is a conspiracy there that's not even a conspiracy theory. They're like, hey, we need somebody to keep interest in the next group. And they pull a young guy so that he can have some aging. But how long was Kay from the last one? 3 years? Until he made it to
2 years.
Was it 2 years ago?
Yeah, 2020 to 2022.
But I mean, he'd started Island before, so it's been a
long time.
Screw that. But he should just consider it. He went to college. He'll make $50,000 a year, and he's got a good job.
Oh, whatever.
Well, I'm just saying, it's like going to college. It takes a while. But before you watched the last show, were you in your heart? You just kind of automatically you thought he was going to make it because he was.
Yeah.
Okay, so your interest was up there and stuff, and you were just kind of thinking, all right, well, who's going to fill it in besides
Right.
Gaku? And you had a certain interest in the group.
Correct.
Now, once you knew he wasn't get in, I'll be honest, did like your interest? You just were
my interest is still the same because I was always here for Kay, and Maki is I love
okay.
it. I love on par with Gaku.
Oh, okay, well that's cool.
So
okay,
we're good. We're good.
Because that's what happened to me with Kepler. I was just kind of like, oh, I'm not interested. Boy, I didn't make it. None of mine made it.
Well, we've been interested in Kepler.
I know,
love
but
Kepler.
I love Kepler. But what I'm saying is that that real interest. I was just like, and it took a while. And now it's because of Hikaru, Yujin.
Yeah.
I'm really interested. But it takes a while. It takes a while to heal. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay to cry. Anyway, Gaku, if you're watching,
I'm not mad at any of the members who made it. It's not their fault.
No, I think
I just want them to be like, psych, it's a 10-member group. Gaku's at it.
We always every
psych.
time we fantasize about that.
Why does Hybe have to stick to their word? That was the one positive thing about YG with Treasure. They never stuck to their word because they just did what they knew they should do, which is just change the rules to make a good result in the end.
They're probably
just change the rules. Have a 10-member group instead. Anyway,
well, I'm done. Now that we're done with this one, the next one is going to be a girl island, right?
Probably, or Boys Planet.
I hope it's Girl Island. We need to switch.
We've heard more about Boys Planet than Girl Island.
Just don't do 99 kids.
Again. So it's going to be 99.
Jimmy, Christmas.
So we'll be back here probably.
Well, maybe Gaku will be on that.
Oh God, good point.
See?
What if he did Boys Planet?
There you go.
Is the deadline passed for Boys Planet?
I don't know. We're gonna have to look it up. No, let us know if you see it, if you know that in the comments. Because if that's whatever the next series is, that's what we'll do on here.
It'll probably be Boys Planet.
Okay, cool. Well, I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Go pull for whoever you hope. If your person didn't make it, I'm sorry. Mine did. which I completely didn't. So I'm kind of still in shock. But he's that's my boy. I think he's going to do good.
I look forward to their debut. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah,
so.
I'm glad they got the members they got. They all seem strong and take on a
They'll
vampire.
Be good. Yes.
That's good.
Yes, they can defeat in Mortal Kombat. Okay.
I'm going to go pass out.
Okay, thanks for listening to us complain. Bye.
Bye.